Hey everybody, welcome to Module 2. In this module, we're going to focus on 21st century teaching and learning. Yes, I know we're already 16 years into the 21st century, but this idea of 21st century teaching is really the idea of moving away from kind of the old school methods of teaching and looking forward to future methods of teaching. So the first part, what you're going to focus on for this week for our online portion of the class is two things. So you're going to look at part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is looking at some videos and doing some reading and reflecting on 21st century teaching and learning. And then part 2 is looking at the ISTE standards for teachers and students. ISTE is the International Society for Technology and Education, and they have standards for both teachers and students about kind of what they think of are things that we should be doing as standards of learning around technology. Just like we have standards around content, our Common Core standards, all that good stuff. We have some standards for technology. Okay, and then the last part that I want you to make sure that you understand is that there are going to be 2 required reflective journal entries this time, in addition to the one that's required related to your group collaboration process, but that comes with our face-to-face meeting. So essentially you're going to have 3 things you're going to have to do for your journals this time, and then there'll be 2 that will be whatever it is that you want. All right, let's just dig in here. So we're going to click here to get into the module. All right, so here's the first section. This is our online component, and you're going to be looking at developing your understanding of 21st century teaching and learning, and also looking at the standards. So here's the first prompt right here for your reflective journal requirement. After watching the videos, and I'll show you where those are, presented in part 1 and part 2 of this module, I want you to discuss your concept, or how your concept of 21st century teaching and learning may have changed, and be specific. Okay, so after you watch the videos, think about it, and has the idea of 21st century teaching and learning changed at all? And if so, how? And if not, how come? That's totally fine. You might have already been there, and just discuss your own thoughts. And then prompt 2, so this is the other required one. How do the ideas and concepts presented in the video Changing Educational Paradigms, which we watched from Module 1, compare or contrast with what you learned in part 1 and 2 in this module? So how do they compare? How do they contrast? What do they think? So those are the 2 prompts, and they're due when your journals are due. So this next part, and I'm going to go ahead and close this off to the side so I got some more room, is just a word cloud. Remember, we did a word cloud before when we were doing our group norms. This has to do with, our 21st century learning. So read the materials, look over the word cloud, think about that. And then there's some videos here. So on the 21st century teacher, and then aligning 21st century learning. So watch those videos and think about them, because remember, in the context of the journals that you have to write. And then this part are 2 articles for you to read. So again, remember, you have to reflect in your journals. So I want you to think about defining 21st century learning. And if you click on this link, it will take you to the article. Sorry, my internet's a little slow this morning. And then if you look on this one and you click on that link, it'll take you to that particular article. So spend some time, read over those, and then think about how that relates to what you think about in terms of teaching and learning. Excuse me, I have a little bit of cold. And then here under 21st Century Partnership, I want you to read this material and then come out here and look at the framework that they have set up for 21st century learning. All right, so that's kind of the reading and the videos on that particular portion. And then next is the ISTE standards. And excuse me, here's an overview of the various standards they have. So you can see they have standards for students, teachers. They also have them for administrators, coaches, and computer science educators. So you can look at any of those. And then the standards are important for various reasons. So read over those to make sure you understand that. Next, I have a quote here for you from John Dewey. So take a minute and think about this particular quote. And what does it mean personally to you, and what do you think it means for education today? Next is the standard for teachers. So if you click on this link here, it'll take you out to the website and you can read the standards for teachers if you want. Well, not if you want, sorry. You should read the standards for teachers. And then if you come over here and you go to the final page, you can click here and look at the standards for students. It's important to understand that the standards for students have just been redone. These are brand new for 2016. So it's really amazing. They've been doing a lot of work updating everything. The way this works is if you look in here and then you can open up the indicators and you can look at any of these and they have actual definitions and you can roll over and look at those. What I also would like you to do is think about how the standards for students and the standards for teachers go together. So that's it for the first part of Module 2. So it's these two parts right here. And then have all this done and be ready to go a week from today, the following Monday. And we will talk about these some more and then we'll do an activity. All right, have a great week. See you next week. Bye.